This is Steady with Henry or Henstech. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe. So we'll be looking at Introduction to Python Programming today. Now, we'll be writing our first code, that is Hello World, in Python. So first of all, in our previous video, I showed you how to install the IDLE for Python, right? So let me open my IDLE. You can come and search depending on where you saved it. So this is the Python IDLE, but I've opened it here already. Now let's open the lecture slide to guide us. So this is it, right? So we have this. Now we have to write our first Python programming language, but I want us to do this quick comparison. So we have this programming language called C++, and we also have Python, right? So when you want to print hello world in C++, this is the long way. So Python is easy, students, like user friendly. It is just normal English. You could just write, right? But for C++, for instance, you need to, it is not that friendly. Python is easy. So in C++, this if you want to write hello world, this is how you're going to write. So in C++, so this is C++. Let me underline this. Sorry. So in C++. Okay, so there's it. Now, if you want to write hello world, you start with hash include like this. Then string. This is C++ programming language, but that's not what we'll be treating today. So hash include string. Then using namespace. So namespace. Then you bring this standard like this. Then you write your int. So int mean, I'm not going to explain this because, so you write this, your int mean, after you open bracket like this. Then after that, you're going to write quote if you want to print. So quote, then to bracket, you write maybe hello world. So hello world. After that, like this, then you bring your end L. So end L. Then after everything, you just write return 0. Return 0. It should be small letters. Return 0. Then you close. So the quote over here should also be small letters, and it is very case sensitive. Yes, so you need to watch. Right, so this is for C++. If you want to print just this hello world, if you want, so the outcome, this is how it's going to be displayed when you are done writing these codes. It is going to display this, only this. So this will be the display hello world. So this is going to be the display over here. This is going to be the display hello world, just this. And you just read, you just type all these codes for only this. But now let's move to Python, right? So this is C++. We are not doing that. Our main focus is Python. So now let's move to Python, right? So let's come here. So let me write Python. So let me change it to, let's say, green. Let me write Python underlined. So we are now, this is Python. We are treating Python now. Alright. So if you want to print hello world, let's say we use a variable, right? So x, let's say x is equal to hello world. Hello, let's put this a string. So x is equal to hello world. So x is equal to a string. Let's just write hello world and see hello world. So down here you just write, no, let me remove the underline button. Right? You don't underline this. I just underline the Python. That's the topic we are treating. So hello world. Then your next line, you just write print. So maybe print into bracket x. So this is going to be your display. Your display is going to be what? Hello. So let me change it for let me change it. So hello world. This is going to be your outcome. So you see, Python also only 2 lines. By looking at C++, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 5 good lines. So now let's move to our IDLE over here. Now looking at the slides over here, they said example 1, print hello world, right? So the print, we'll be looking at the print function. So the print is used to print text or string to the screen. So as I said earlier, we have this over here. Have you seen this sign? It's also here in our IDLE. So we can just say print. I can just type print, then into brackets I bring my string. This is a string over here. This is a string. So have you seen my string? Let me clean it. Now the double quote is a string. So string, then you write your hello world. So hello world, like this, right? Then you bring another, let's bring an exclamation mark for the string, and let's close our bracket. So have you seen the outcome over here? So the one in the blue text, this one, that was the outcome. So hello world, well done. If you've done this on your laptops, then well done, because you have just started your first Python programming. You just printed hello world. Now example 2, they said, so let's move to another line, right? So we are done with this. So now let's create a new file rather. So let's create a new file, right? Then let's save it as my first. So let's say trial. Let's save it as trial. Now this is the file extension. So make sure that your file extension or the save as type is as Python files. So you save this, then you bring it here, right? So now let's write print. So print, and let's bring our string. Let's do what we did. So print hello world. Now let's close like this. That was the outcome. There was no outcome. Yes. Why? So let's move back. Now, this is why it didn't. In this ID, this is the original one. This is the first one, right? This is the first one. Now, creating a new file. So over here, we are done with our first one. That was our first Python ID. So we are done with this. Ignore this. This is a syntax error. So in Python, it is very case sensitive. Now let's focus on, so let's ignore the file we just created, and let's work on this, right? So we have our second line also here, right? We have our second line here. The example 2 over here says print, but Python is a very good language. So you write print like this, then into brackets, you bring your string, then you write Python is a very good programming language, like this. So have you seen the outcome? Like that. So in fact, Python is really simple. It is not difficult. Now let's look at, so this is a prompt shell. This is a prompt shell. Whenever you see this, this is a prompt shell, this sign. So the prompt shell is a Python. It's a Python interactive command shell prompt. Request the input from user. So this, now let's type this. So you can even do calculations in Python. So it can even be a calculator. So let's say 10 plus 8. You are going to get 18. Please, do we understand this? Yes. So it's going to give you. So let's do another one. So this is a prompt shell. This is what you call a prompt shell. No, not this one. This symbol or this sign. So now let's do it here. 100 minus 2. We're going to get it 98. Now we can even add 2. But when it comes to characters or when it comes to text, we put them in a string. As I said, this is a string. This is a string. So let's say hello. So we put the hello in a string. So hello, like this, plus a string again, plus world, right? So plus world, like this, then we close. So you see, we've added the text, making it what? Hello world. Now, what if, so this is the operations. We're talking about the operations. When you add this, it's going to add this one. You can add the text. Now, what about if we want to print, let's say, AMA 3 times? So if you want to print AMA 3 times in Python programming, this is what you do. So you just type AMA. So you put AMA in a string. So AMA, like this. You are going to bring asterisk. So the asterisk over here is the multiplication sign when it comes to Python. So AMA, then bring 3. So you see AMA appeared what? 3 times. So you can try this. So the prompt that you can input data. So the prompt shell prompts that you can input data and press enter. The line without are responded by Python. Now let's move to the next one. So as I said, the asterisk is for multiplication, the slash is for division, then the percentage sign you see right here is for remainder, then the double asterisk is for exponentiation. So now let's look at this example. So have you seen? So now let's move to the division, right? Now let's say 2 divided by 2. The answer will be 1.0. It's the same as what? 1. So have you seen? So let's say 2 exponent 2. We are going to get 4. The double asterisk is for exponents. Please, I hope you get it. Yep. So this is it. Now let's say 5 remainder. So we are going to get this. Now let's move on. Now let's look at variables. So a variable is a container that stores a data value. So the variable value may change when the program is running. So first we have variable name is equal to value. Variable 1 is equal to variable name 2 is equal to variable. Then variable name 1 is equal to, that's comma, variable name 2 is equal to value 1 and value 2. So the example we have over here is what? Variable. So let me enlarge the screen. So we have variable hand is equal to 100. Then we have variable 1 is equal to variable 2 is equal to variable 3 is equal to 100. Then we also have this. Now the explanation says the variable is equal to 100 defines a variable name, that is var. So in Python we write var as variable, so whose value is 100. So the value of the variable is what? 100. Now we have variable 1 is equal to variable 2 is equal to variable 3 is equal to 100. Assigns the value of 100 to. So if you see this, it means the 100 is assigned to all the variable values over here. This value is assigned to all the variables you see over here. Now we have variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. Now it's equal to 100, 200, and 300. So respectfully, assign the value 100, 200, and 300 to. So this 100 to variable 1, 200 to variable 2, and 300 to variable 3. Please, I hope you get it. Now we move to variables and comments. Now, as you said earlier, a variable is a value that can be used in Python programming. So variable is like a container. It stores value. That's why we said the variable is equal to 100. So it stored a value of what? 100. Now print is used to print out our code, right? So in Python programming, so let's move to Word document. Let's do something over here. So in Python programming, the comments are denoted by, are also known as hash. So there is a symbol for comment in Python programming. Please, I hope it is clear. So the symbol can be used in, so you, whenever you see this, so let's move to our IDE over here. So this is our ID, right? We have our ID. So let's come down. So let's write a comment. Displaying, so let's write displaying hello world. So that's a comment. You see, so nothing appeared. It's just a comment to guide. So let's say then you write print. Sorry, so you write print. So go and write print. Then you into bracket, you bring your string, and let's say hello world, like this, and you close your string. So this is the comment displaying hello world, and this were the code, and this was the code, and our output was what? Hello world. Please, I hope you understand. So example we have over here is variable 1 is equal to 100. Print variable 1. So let's do this. So let's come to our next line. So variable 1. So let's say var, that is var, is equal to 100. Print into bracket var. Make sure that the alphabet, the V is still small letter as here. If you bring capital letter, you are going to get error. So var. So print var, you put it in a string like this. Print var. Then you close your string. Sorry. No. Now let's do it again. Sorry. So the var over here is equal to what? 100. is equal to 100. Right. So you print. So you are not going to put any string. You just write print var. You are going to get 100. So when a value is being assigned to a variable, you just write print that variable. That's this, without a string. If you add a string, it means you want to display or you want the output to be what is inside the string. But now we are printing, we want to display 100, but the variable, this value is assigned to this variable over here. So print var will give us what? 100. Now we can assign anything. Let's say x is equal to 95. So x is equal to 95. Now print x. So like this, we are going to get 95. So once a value is assigned, so over here, have you seen? So like this is it. Now let's look at the Python keywords or reserved words. So the reserved words in any programming language are special commands that compiler or interpreters understand, and these reserved words cannot be used as a constant or variable or any identifier. So we have reserved words, right? So in Python, we have end, we have def, we have exec, if, not, return, del. The end defined, this is finally, this is else if. If is what? Else if. We have the class, we have else, we have from. So these are the reserved words in Python. So all these are used in Python programming. So you get to a time we'll be using else if or else if x is equal to this and that. So you understand how to move on. Now let's move to the arithmetic operators. So we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder. Then when you see double slash, it is the integer division. Then the exponentiation, sorry. So note that this in modulo, I hope you know modulo. Way back in high school, you did modulo, right? In modulo, so this symbol, the remainder. In modulo, operators divide the first operand by the second operand, returns the remainder. So if you've forgotten how to calculate for modulo, kindly visit or kindly go and watch tutorials on modulo. So example here, we have this. A is equal to 100 plus this. So you are going to get 300. That's for the first one. Then B is equal to what? So B is equal to 72 divided by 9. You had 8 over your output. Then 25 remainder 7. So 25 remainder 7. We had 4. Then this divided by this, you had 2 over here. Remember, there will be a remainder. We wrote 2. Then this, we had this. So when you say print all this, now let's do this exercise quick. Let's do this quick. So let's say A is equal to 100 plus 200. 100 plus 200. B is equal to 90 minus, so let's say 90 minus 5. C is equal to 40 remainder 2. d is equal to 4 asterisk 4 asterisk 4, and e is equal to 5 3, like this. So let me bring the equal to sign like this. Please watch carefully. Please watch carefully. So now we write print. I want to print all the answers, not one by one. So you put this over here, then you into bracket, print A, B, C, D, and E. You have up to E, right? And you press enter. So you see your final answer over here. So this is for A, this is for B, this is for C, and this is for D, and this is for E. I hope you understand this. I hope you understand this. So you move on. You also have the assignment operators. So we have x plus or equal. So when you see plus or equal to, it means this. So example is x plus or equal to y, like this. So x is equal to this. That's the breakdown of it. X is equal to x plus y. So this is a breakdown of these assignment operators. So you can watch carefully. Now let's look at this example. X is equal to 20, y is equal to 2. Now x remainder is equal to y. So looking at here, we had x remainder. What is the remainder is equal to, like this. So in exams, you are not going to use your laptops. So make sure that you know your calculations well. About the modulo, I'll come and do a video on it and teach you how to calculate on modulo. So this is what you have over here. Right, so let's look at the example. The example was what? X is equal to 20, y is equal to 2. So we have x is equal to 20, y is equal to 2. Then we have what? So let's check. X remainder is equal to y. So x remainder equals y. They said print what? Now let's look at what they said we should print. So they said we should print x. So our answer was what? 0. You see, Python can even do calculations. So even if you have your Python IDLE, you can even do all calculations with it. If you know the kind of codes to use, even this one for the addition, you can just write it raw, like 10 plus 8, you had 13 over here, 18 over here. You can just use Python as a calculator on your monitor. Please, do you understand? Now, let's move on. So we have comparison operators. So let's look at this. We have greater than, we have less than. We all know less or equal to, we have less than or equal to. Now in Python, when you write 1 equal to, it means we don't write 1 equal to, we write 1 equal to, but when you see double equal to, it means it is equal. When you see exclamation and equal to, it means it is not equal. Now let's look at the first example over here. So we have A is equal to 100, B is equal to 200. Result 1 is equal to A. So let's do this quickly. So down here we have A is equal to 100. B is equal to what? So let's look at it. So B is equal to 200 and result 1 is equal to A is greater than B. So B is equal to 200, then result 1 is equal to A is greater than what? B, like this. Now let's look at the next. Now they say print result 1. Print result 1. So print, I think there's an error. I made a mistake. Oh, I should have. So let's do it again. I didn't bring equal to sign. So you see, it is very case sensitive when it comes to syntax. Right. So at the down here, let me create a new. So at the down here, let's look at the down here. Now, A is equal to what? 100. Then B is equal to 200. Yes, there's a syntax error again. I'm coming. I did a mistake, so let me open my IDE again. So let me open a new IDE. Right. So I have my new. So let's do that one. A is equal to what? 100. B is equal to 200. Am I writing equal to? Then result 1. So result 1 is equal to, into bracket, A is greater than B. Then they say print what? So let's look at the question. Print result 1. So print result 1. So have you seen? This is a true or false statement. Now looking at the question, they said A is equal to 100. B is equal to 200. Now result 1 says is equal to A is greater than B. Now looking at this, is A bigger than B? No. So when you say print result 1, it's going to give you false because it is not what? Greater than B. Now let's do the same thing, but now let's do it. A is less than what? B. So now we have what? A is equal to the same thing, 100, and B is equal to 200. Now print, so let's say result 1 is equal to A is less than B. Now let's say print, into bracket, results 1. Now we had what? True. Yes, it is true because A is less than what? B. A is smaller than B. That's the 200. So I hope you understand the comparison operators. Now we have the logical operators. Now the operators, we have the and, we have the or, we have the not. So the logical operators, we have the logical and, logical or, logical not. After using logical operators, the result will be true or false. After using, and also for comparison, after using them, the result is going to be true or false. Now Let's look at the logical operators. Example on it. So x is true. Let's say, now let's use this one. B is equal to x or y. Print B. So let's do this one. So B is equal to x or y. Sorry, there's an error somewhere.